And now it's time for Tips on a Dime. This week we asked Dan Pecchia, founder and president of Pecchia Communications, to give us some tips on how businesses can increase their chances of getting their stories covered by the local media.
The most important thing about working with media professionals is understanding their goals and helping those get met, and leveraging your company's resources and information so that they can get the kind of stories you like, with the side benefit of your company or your client getting good exposure. Try to get to know the patterns that the news media follow. Watch the TV news, read the papers, browse the online sites. By doing that, you can tell what they consider news because that's what they're reporting. You can also tell by that kind of careful study the elements that they think make up a good story. Here are some examples. Media in the Mahoning Valley love stories about jobs, and they like stories about problems being solved. If you can characterize a problem, maybe an injustice or an unfairness, and your company has a way to address that, and you can present that with a visual and some good context, you're on your way to a pretty good story. If you can tie something your company is doing to jobs, creating or maintaining jobs, you have a pretty good chance of generating a story. Keep in mind that success in media relations is not a one-night stand. It's not about getting today's story on the air or in print. You'd like to become the kind of person that the media wants to see. You want them to see your emails in your inbox and like that. You want them to want to take your calls. And the way you do it is to become the kind of person that's associated with news. Don't ever pitch self-serving material because the penalty for that can last a long time.
That's some great advice, Dan. To find out more, visit pecchiacom.com. Do you have a question that one of our chamber members can answer? Tweet your question to @YWChamber, #TipsOnADime, or email your question to Chelsea at chelseamiller@regionalchamber.com.